Hi everyone, it's me, Julie O'Connell. I'm coming on here to do a video about the slaughter pipeline. Because what happens in the slaughter pipeline is horrific. There are many horses that are shipped into the slaughter pipeline that are not fit for human consumption. They have drugs on board because they are given pain meds. Horse Plus Humane Society actually rescued a horse that was colicking for 7 days. It actually had a toxic gum line. These abuses are horrific. These people should be arrested for this type of cruelty that is going on to their horses. Many horses are shipped into the slaughter pipeline that have broken legs, broken hips, laminitis, founder. They even found 2 cases of horses that were pregnant that had their whole uterus like prolapse. Like their whole uterine wall was torn away from the muscles in their abdomen. This is horrific. Not to mention, human trafficking goes hand in hand with horse slaughter pipeline. Horses that are deemed not beneficial to be slaughtered, they are actually used with the drug cartels to ship drugs over the United States border. This is a proven fact. Border Patrol agents have talked about this for decades. Women on the Arizona and Texas borders have found emaciated horses on the borders. They've even tried to rescue some of these horses. Sadly, for many of those horses that are used in drug smuggling, it is too late for them because they have suffered at the hands of their owners. When you send a horse to the slaughter pipeline, it's only prolonging suffering. It's only prolonging the suffering. Many of the animals that go into the slaughter pipeline end up developing bacterial-resistant pneumonia and other things. They are finding a disease that is in donkeys. One day they could be fine, and the next day they could be breathing something awful, and they have to be euthanized. This is why our government needs to do more to end the slaughter pipeline, to end the Big Lick, because the Big Lick is also another horrible, horrible thing that is happening to horses. And the people that claim that the Big Lick is not abusive, it is absolutely abusive. Those stacks and chains on those front support limbs, because when a horse stands, 60% of their weight is on the front legs. The other 40% is on the back legs. So when the Big Lick uses these stacks and chains, it alters the support limb. So 60% of the weight is now on the back legs instead of the front legs. And when you remove the stacks and chains, it actually can affect their tendons. It can cause tendon laxity. It is just awful. The things that I have seen that have come out of the slaughter pipeline. There are many horse rescues that rescue legitimate horses out of the slaughter pipeline. Colby Crew is one of them. Horse Plus Humane Society is another. All Seated in a Barn is another one. And Bowie, Texas has one of the biggest slaughter horse auctions. And sadly, a lot of the times, the kill buyers will outbid the legitimate rescues that want to rescue these horses to help end their suffering. Suffering that is prolonged by their owners, or they're not willing to euthanize their animals. If you know your animal is in active colic, try to seek out a vet. Don't sit there and ship it off to the slaughter pipeline. This is not okay. I mean, I've seen horrific things at the slaughter pipeline, and human trafficking and the slaughter pipeline go hand in hand. There's also investigations in the state of Texas where horse meat is being served. And what they are finding that this horse meat is not fit for human consumption because a lot of the horses that go into the slaughter pipeline are given pain meds. In the beef and cattle industry, the animals are weaned off any drugs that they are on before they are considered fit for human consumption. The same should be said for the horse slaughter pipeline. Because in Mexico and in Canada they take the very best specimens. And a lot of times in Canada, they will not accept a blind horse if it's blind in both eyes. Nor will they accept horses that are totally broken, like the ones that are shipped to the ones in Mexico in the slaughter facility. A lot of the ones that are shipped to Mexico, they are badly beaten up, broken, and they are the shells of themselves. Many of them have broken coffin bones. Many of them have broken fetlocks. Many of them have broken hips. Horses need all 4 legs in order to survive. There's some people that think, oh, giving horses prosthetic legs work. No, it doesn't. It's only prolonging their suffering, and it's not conducive for their quality of life. And what do I mean about quality of life? When a horse is thriving, it is thriving. But when you go and manipulate nature that is not normal with a prosthetic leg, you're only prolonging their suffering for maybe a year. Many veterinarians have stated that the use of prosthetic legs for horses is not conducive. Horses need all 4 legs to stand on. And so when you shift the weight from one leg to another, it can cause that support limb to fail. This is why many of the horses in the slaughter pipeline are found to have laminitis. This is what happened with Barbaro. After Barbaro took a bad step and broke his ankle at the Kentucky Derby. His ankle bone, which is near the coffin bone and their fetlock. This needs to stop. The horse slaughter pipeline needs to be shut down in our country. And horses should not be fed for human consumption in our country. But yet people want to sit here and say, oh, it's just the best way to get rid of old horses. No, it's not. There's legitimate rescues that want them. There's legitimate people that genuinely care about the well-being of horses and the quality of life of horses. If I could afford one, I would. And I just can't. It is a lot of work to take care of a horse. And granted, sometimes horses are for life. I love how Shay from Free Spirit Equestrian is handling the situation with Belle, her horse that has shivers. That horse will be in her care for life. Horses that are in the slaughter pipeline are in pretty bad shape. And the reason why there's more and more donkeys in the slaughter pipeline is if you go on to Amazon and other websites, you can find this gelatin that is made from donkey hides. It is very heartbreaking. I am a big animal advocate, and this is not what we want in our society. Our society has gone downhill. Animal cruelty and human cruelty go hand in hand. There was a video that went viral where this lady left her elderly father in a wheelchair in an Airbnb and just left him there. And when the gentleman went to go check on his place and clean up on his place, he found this elderly man in his Airbnb. He did the right thing by calling the police and getting an ambulance because this gentleman was suffering. He clearly was dehydrated and other things. If you could do that to a human being, you could do that to an animal and vice versa. In Tawny and Jason's account, at what happened when they were protesting the Big Lick, they were attacked. And thank God those two, the husband and wife, they were arrested. But the other gentleman has not been caught. The one that threw Tawny's son, Justin, into a concrete wall and cracked his ribs. Our society has gone downhill, and I do not support anyone who sends their animal to the horse slaughter pipeline. I do not. You are just adding to their suffering, not to mention they're getting diseases that no horse should be getting, like diphtheria and other bacterial-resistant pneumonias and other colds. They're even finding horses with herpes, like herpes that could be potentially fatal to humans. So this type of stuff needs to end in our country. The slaughter pipeline is so seedy and there's such an underbelly. I really hope you follow Horse Plus Humane Society because they have active investigations going on into this seedy underbelly of the horse slaughter pipeline. I also want to talk about Scientology. Scientology is absolutely a human trafficking cult. They have gone after ex-Scientology members speaking the truth about the Church of Scientology. They have hit websites on them. They even have them followed by PIs. And some of these PIs are shady. They don't do things by the book. In one case, David Miscavige's own father, it appeared to him, to one of the PIs that he might be having a heart attack. David Miscavige told him to let him die. This is not okay either. They're another human trafficking organization within our country. They traffic children from state to state and country to country. They also force disconnection with family members. Aaron Smith-Levin has spoken about this all the time on his channel. And we need to come together to fight this horrible cult. The fact that the city council won over Scientology to sell the street, that was awesome. But now the Church of Scientology is trying to fight back, saying that the city council members had no right to stop the sale of that street. So we need to come together and support one another. I've seen things go downhill since the 1990s, and the moral compasses of people have really gone downhill. I saw it last night with a gentleman yelling and screaming at me for actually doing what I was supposed to be doing last night. I don't appreciate this, and I'm not going to tolerate somebody yelling and screaming at me when I'm at my job site. It's just not going to happen anymore. I don't put up with it. It's not right. You have no right to do so. You're a disgusting human being, and I really hope karma gets you in the end. Thank you and have a great day. Enjoy your families and friends. Don't support people who are full of hate, who target others. I'm glad Jamie Thomas has been arrested against her HOA for all the horrible things she's still doing to the people in the ex-Scientology community. Some of which who are my friends, like Liz Gale, Marilyn Honig, and Susie Oberholtz, and many others. Thank you and have a great day. Enjoy your family and friends. Do the things that you love. The other day I went to the beach with my mom, and we absolutely had the best time. things that are important to me, I will be talking on my channel. But if you condone violence or you condone violence towards animals, this channel isn't right for you, because I do support animal advocacy. Thank you and have a great day, and enjoy your family and friends. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. I am the sponsor of my channel. Thank you and have a great day.